So it's springtime now and the grass is getting long out here. This is my first spring here at the property, and so I need a lawnmower, and I need a pretty big zero-turn riding lawnmower. So I need a place to store that thing, so I decided to build a shed. Now what happened at the same time was the wood prices went up, pretty much doubled. I think right as of now an 8-foot 2x4 is about $8. So all the framing on this structure so far cost double of what I was really originally expecting. So one way I've gone about cutting down the costs using less wood is to do light straw clay walls. So these are compacted straw with clay slip. It's really cheap and really easy to construct, and I'm going to show you the basics of how to make a straw clay wall like this, and so you too can cut down on your wood costs. These are really good insulative walls. It's highly compacted straw. Straw is a very highly insulative material. You can make a straw clay wall as thin or as wide as you want it to be. Typically they're about 12 inches wide. This one here is only 3.5 inches wide. So this is a very thin straw clay wall. I just used 2x4s as the framing for these walls and then infilled with the straw clay. So I'm going to show you the basic process here, and maybe you can learn something and save some money on your next structure. So I'll take you on a little tour here first. This is an 8x8, 64 square feet interior shed. It's going to have 3 walls made out of light straw clay, the north, the east, and the west, and then the front here is going to be a big double door, so I can lock it up and put the lawnmower in and out. So this wall on the west is completed. All I have to do is add some chinking in these little gaps. Every once in a while you'll get these little gaps, and then you just fill it in at the end with some more straw clay. And over here you can see how I've formed up to put the straw clay in. And it's really simple. You just tack or screw some kind of plywood or OSB onto both sides of the framing, and then you put the material down inside and compact it. I just use a piece of 2x4 to compact, and you don't need to put that much pressure on it either. It's not like trying to do rammed earth. And you'll also see down in there a piece of bamboo. I have this bamboo running across the length of each wall. I have these holes throughout the wall, and so these panels of straw clay can't be pushed out because it's kind of like having rebar in your wall. And so instead of metal, I just cut some bamboo. You can use rebar if you want to, though. And otherwise, this is just a completely conventionally framed structure. You can use 2x4s, you can use 2x6s, whatever you want to use. You can do timber framing. The straw clay is literally just an infill between whatever framing gaps you have. You can even put it up in these gable ends. So out here, I'll show you the materials we're using. Of course, we have water. Water is always essential. What it's being used for is the mud slip, and the mud slip is just simply dirt or subsoil. It's sifted in this case, it works better, mixed with water, and that makes a mud slip. And then what you do is you take your straw, take a little off the ground here. So you take your straw, I put it all on this big board here, and then lay it out, and then you pour that mud slip on top of the straw and you just toss that straw until it's all coated with the mud slip. And then you take it over to your form, put it inside and compact it. So that's basically it. Straw clay construction is pretty easy overall. As far as the straw-based wall systems, this is my favorite. I prefer light straw clay over straw bale because I think it'll last a lot longer and have a lot less rotting issues. I think this clay slip mixed in with the straw is going to help preserve it a lot longer than just your typical straw bale wall. Overall, I'm not a big advocate of straw walls, but straw clay is the one that I do actually like. So right now is a great opportunity to take advantage of a straw clay wall for whatever building you want to do, whether it's a house, a shed, or a barn, whatever. Wood prices are very high right now. One 4x8 sheet of OSB is $47. So if I wanted to sheet the outside and the inside of this building, that's going to be very expensive as opposed to infilling with straw and mud. I probably spent $30 for the infill on this wall. Doesn't take much. So great time to save some money by using an alternative natural building material. You can go back to my videos 10 years ago. I knew this was going to happen. I knew there would be price increases in construction materials and supply chain issues with them. So that's one reason why I got into earthen construction and natural construction, is because I knew these materials would always be in high abundance and at least relatively cheap, if not free. So now's the time to really take advantage of these materials and start to save money. There's no point in going out and building everything with wood right now with these prices so high. Really start thinking about cob, earthen walls, and straw clay walls. You'll save a lot of money. You'll gain a lot of benefits. These are natural and non-toxic. Once you plaster over them, they're very aesthetically pleasing. They look really nice, and they're going to last a long time. So my name is Alex, if you don't know, and this is my channel, This Cob House. I specialize in earthen construction and cob construction. Check out all my materials and videos and courses, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.